Well, hello, folks. It's now or never. Tomorrow will be too late. You guys probably know where that's from. Janine, how are you? Welcome back to the show.
I'm good, Jean Claude. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Janine. We're doing this video here today, reminiscing over this last year of collaboration. And basically, we're coming to the conclusion, you and I, that we never thought this movie would last this long. Let's share that with the audience members here a little bit. How are you seeing the events unfold over the last year, and how much more, perhaps, of this do we have to go through?
Oh yeah, I don't know how much more, Jean Claude. I hope not too much, but the time the time has just stretched itself out, and
Mhm.
just been going on and on, like you said. This
Right.
could go on another couple of years. I'm not saying things wouldn't have happened by then. I absolutely see they will, but
Mhm.
just the whole putting the world back together is going to take a while.
Right. And you and I are doing this on a daily basis, and we're chugging along and we're producing content. And every step of the way, it feels that, the machine is fighting us. We've had our bumps and scrapes along the way, but let's
Yeah.
talk about the stress and the toll it takes upon us. How were you affected with all of this, specifically lately, also being demonetized by YouTube? Like, explain to the audience members how you're living through this censorship battle
Mhm.
here in the spiritual war.
Well, I had the two channels, and the one channel that I used to call my little channel, the Sending Ravens, that one, as a lot of the viewers will know, that was first shut down for a while, then it was demonetized.
Mhm.
And we're still trying to get that sorted out. They keep moving the date. So they've moved it twice on me now, and it
Mhm.
doesn't look, it may never be monetized again, which was like a chunk of my income.
Yeah.
So, and I love the work I do, and I'm not prepared to go back to, working daily, reading for people. That I want to put my focus entirely into the truthing business.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a bit of a boot.
Well, it definitely is, and I have, of course, people know my experience here as well. We'll go through that in a second here, but I put this out to the insiders just a couple of weeks ago. We gave them a huge discount to renew, and I have to say, and I've said it many times on the show already, a big, big, big thank you to the people who had supported us under the Insider Access Pass. What would you say here, Janine? This is your opportunity to talk directly to the Insiders Access Pass members who did and who were there on the battlefront, line by line with us here in this last year. What would you say to those people?
Well, a huge thank you. And that, like Jean Claude always says, we love you. We
Yeah,
absolutely do. We're
yeah,
doing this for everybody watching. Like,
yeah,
we love what we do.
yeah,
I think it's pretty obvious. Just our energy, you can tell when somebody loves what they do.
yeah.
But at the same time, we got families. I'm a single parent. And without that incredible support that we've received, we just couldn't do this. There's no way.
Exactly. And so I guess the point of having this conversation, we're seeing the writing on the wall. We know there's still some bumps ahead here. And we wanted to give you, the audience members who are thinking perhaps of supporting us on the Insider Access Pass, why perhaps, and give you a couple of reasons why perhaps now is the time. As the poster said, it's now or never. Tomorrow will be too late. We're still looking at this. Janine and I have been forecasting this for quite some time now in the Beyond Crypto Woo and the Astro Woo finance shows. But the inflation now is top of the line, the worry for everybody now, and it's getting worse and worse and worse by the day. And the idea here, of course, with the Insider Access Pass is once you're in on the system, you're locked in for a year. So no matter what happens to our money supply, to the inflation, Jenny and I won't be stressed to having to raise the price. We'll have some security here moving forward, and you'll also know that you have a year of content and support here for the community in front of you. So that's one of the reasons. The other reason also, we're getting squeezed by every side here, and we don't know how all of this is going to land. We've been seeing over and over, and just in the last 2-3 months and 2-3 weeks here specifically, people are having trouble buying our products. Their credit card doesn't work, their bank consolidation doesn't work, the PayPal processing payment doesn't work. And this is something, again, that you and I had forecasting, and appears to be getting more and more troublesome. So maybe another example of an opportunity to have the Insider Access Pass is to, again, be behind that paywall, not have to deal with that at least for another year. That's also another advantage. Speak to that a little bit, Janine, how you're seeing that, and you're getting a lot of emails from people also having those same issues.
Oh yeah. So I know you get daily. You can't. even keep up to the emails, but they email me as well. And
Right.
unfortunately, I'm not the tech guy, so I'm not that type. So I always have to send them on to you. So I
Yeah.
just get a little corner of what you get, and it's still probably 20 a day
Yeah.
where they're having tech problems. And I just send them off over to Jean-Claude, but that means 20 more that you have to deal with.
Right. And you know, a lot of the times I can't do anything about it. It's a communication between PayPal, their credit card, or their credit card and their bank account. And I try to find ways. I'm trying to do it manually for them. But it just is what it is, guys. So we're
Yeah.
trying to avoid those problems, both for us so that we can concentrate, create more content for you guys, and hopefully for you guys as well to not have to deal with that rigmarole of the processor payment issues. Now, of course, you know that I was terminated here. This is my third channel here on YouTube. We started this, Janine and I, last year because, again, we were suspended by Patreon. Patreon, if you don't know, had accused us of hate crimes. Was that? I forget what it was, but it was outrageous to think that Janine and I were harassing and hurting people.
Yeah.
It had something to do with hate language, at any rate. And now, just recently, I'm fighting now Twitter, so I haven't had access to my Twitter for this last week now. Here, they're accusing me of promoting and encouraging suicide and self-harm. So again, same type of tactics everywhere, but it's just an indication here that this is not finished. And as Janine said, of course, she was put in jail on sending ravens and completely demonetized, and she's lost that revenue there. Now, on top of that, things are making worse. Julie sent this to me too, saying that, JC, this Mercury square with Saturn means that this censorship is going to get even worse. At least the powers that be who are losing control are trying more and more now to keep control. And one of the mechanisms is to keep control of that narrative. And of course, here you'll see that the CEO of YouTube reassuring the Davos elite that she will continue, of course, here to control the narrative. So we know more of this is coming. So again, these are some of the reasons why, guys, we're asking you to consider maybe supporting us. This is your way, if you don't have your YouTube channel, to be on the front line with us and help us do this work and support the cause. And on that note, what's new for 2022? We've put a lot more content than we originally had on the Insider Access Pass. We're now over $600 worth of programming value on the Insider Access Pass, whereas last year when we launched, we had about $300 worth of content. So there's a lot more there now, folks. It continues adding. Janine, specifically on this one too, let's talk about the addition of the Astro Woo Finance, how amazing that is, and also the changes that we're making to the Beyond Crypto Woo to accommodate this financial transition we find ourselves in right now.
So I love that we added this Astro Woo Finance because it involves astrology. So everybody gets an astrology reading. 2 different areas of their chart are looked at. So your rising. So if you know your rising and your sun sign, you're getting kind of like a mini reading for both those signs. And if they're the same, you just listen to the one. But also I follow behind Julie and I come up with the cards. So now you're getting a card reading. So we don't only focus. It's funny, we started out focusing only on you financially, but things were coming into the readings that were about your life in general. So we're just letting that be. Yeah. And basically just seeing what we get. So you're basically getting a personal reading with a slant towards financial wellness.
Right. And on top of that, now too, we're making all of these changes to the Beyond Crypto Woo. We're adding more and more crypto, talking less about the news about why the financial system is going to change, because we're in that change now compared to last year when we started the series. And we're adding more and more of the user-driven content, coins and tokens that people are interested in now, and we're trying to navigate that better with you guys. So again, there's more and more in there, and if you scroll down, it continues to give and give. And as the censorship continues, it's also going to be a repository. So perhaps some of our YouTube videos that we have issues with, we will eventually put them here behind this wall again to avoid some of the censorship. And if you guys don't know who Jim Willie is, he's on fire, and this is one of our most sought after episode series here on pay-per-view. So do go check him out. Of course, he's been doing this financial review stuff for a long time, and his content is absolutely amazing. So there you go, folks. It's an hour and ever. On top of having almost 50% discount on the content value of the Insider Access Pass, we're also now for a limited time to try to give you a little bit of an incentive, and also to encourage us to give you a 10% discount. The discount code is now or never, all in one word in high caps, and that will give you an extra 10% off of this yearly Insider Access Pass. A big thank you again to all of you who are already supporting us and who've just renewed your memberships. Most of you have already gone through the renewal process. I'm so happy. I'm so elated. You guys are absolutely amazing. And again, I have to say a big thank you for your continued support. And I want to say a big welcome to those of you who will take this opportunity to perhaps pull that trigger and come and support us here on the Insider Access Pass membership. Before we go, Janine, any last words of wisdom? Do you want to pull cards in terms of the sentiment, the energy behind the spiritual war, and how perhaps being part of this community for the memberships here and the new Insider Access Pass members can really help support the cause and maybe shorten the length of this crazy movie we find ourselves in?
I love these cards. Okay, together especially. So this is about generosity. This is about sharing the wealth, which partly a lot of what we talk about, especially Jean-Claude and I and Julie, we're talking about sort of financial wellness. Okay, so some people criticize, we're talking too much about money. No, it's not about money. It's about how to be whole and okay with abundance, because all of us are going to need to learn that. So I feel like even feeling abundant enough to get your Insider Pass, it's like, give yourself the treat. You deserve it. We all deserve it. And this is the world, because we're moving together into this whole new world where I honestly believe we're all going to be more abundant. This kind of stuff isn't going to count. I really believe that, but it's going to take time, and we're all going to have to learn together how to get there.
Wow. I love it. Well, thank you so much again, everyone, for supporting us. And again, one last time, coupon code now or never, 10% off. And of course, you'll find all the links in the description box below. Of course, as I started at the beginning, or Janine says, we love you. I love you. Thank you so much, everyone. I love you, Janine. A big thank you. And folks, just so you know, also, just like with the last campaign we had done, it was called Stay Connected. This coupon code, 100% of that goes to Janine also on top of that to help support Janine. We've been working so hard together to support each other through this hard, difficult year. And it appears there's more ahead of that. And I just want to let you know that because of you and your support and your love, Janine and I are able to continue all of this and to support each other as we continue this work too. So again, a big thank you to each and every one of you. I'm Jean-Claude Beyond the Mystic. I love you guys, and we'll see you soon. Au revoir.
Au revoir.